Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of Let's Just Talk Radio and Kathryn Raaker of Kathryn Raaker's World. I want to say this is a very special day, Earth Day, and I want to tell you a little bit about my experience in the last month with COVID-19. Actually, on March the 14th, I came down with COVID-19 not knowing it, and I was feeling a little bit like a sore throat and a cough, and it was very strange for me because I'm a very, very active person, and I'm like the Energizer Bunny, and I feel when I'm feeling that way, it really takes a lot out of me. Well, the ensuing days brought on low-grade fevers, nausea, and a lot of other things. And at 75 years old, in good health, I thought I could just, a couple of days later, I'd feel great and I'd jump up back into my routine. Well, that didn't happen. But thanks to the loving care of my husband and wonderful friends that would call me every day to check on me, it made my life a lot better. Even though I didn't have the energy sometimes to get off the couch I didn't have any great feelings about eating, no sense of smell, no taste. So I lost about maybe 10 or 11 pounds. I could afford to lose it though. But I didn't want to lose it that way. But I wanted to tell you that the doctors and nurses that I dealt with and my darling daughter helped me to get through it more than you can imagine. And the prayers of all the people across the nation, around the world, made me feel so much better. But you know, I had my test on the 24th of March, and my doctor had done a phone call with me a couple days before that, a telecall, which they're doing a lot of that now, and it makes such a difference seeing your doctor, knowing what's going on and what to do. Well, what happened was I started getting a little bit sicker, but guess what? I didn't have to go into the hospital, and I didn't have pneumonia or any kind of trouble breathing at all. And that is what really would have sent me to the hospital if I had an underlying condition or I couldn't breathe. And so taking temperatures every day, morning and night, and sometimes in the middle of the day, I had a lot of low-grade fevers. I tried to eat simply because that makes just so much difference, like just plain rice or a potato. But I want to tell you, we can get through this together. And when I found out on April the 4th that I tested positive, then it was more quarantine. But then I knew for sure that I had it and that I was going to become a survivor if God wanted me to be, and He did. And what I want to say to you and reassure you with is that it does end, and you do get out of quarantine. So today is the second or third day of feeling wonderful again, getting my energy back, doing a mile or 2 miles of a walk indoors since we're still, stay in place here. But I know that you can do it. Do some things that you like to do. Do some Skype calls. Do whatever if you come down with these things. And the wonderful thing is that we can spread this message and inspiration around the world. If I can do it, you can do it. I know you can. And I think prayer is a big part of what I feel, and that it really helped me. No matter what religion you are, it doesn't make any difference. Knowing that somebody cares, like your relatives and your friends, but you want to keep them safe. And God had a lot to do with my recovery. And I want to thank not only Him, but my dear husband, my family, the nurses and doctors, the pharmacist. It's very important that you know what your allergies are. And the one thing is that if I had a problem, they also gave me something for the nausea, which was really the hardest part for me. Felt like I was pregnant. Can you imagine that? So that helped. The Pepsid helped, and eating light and eating little often. I am a hypoglycemic, so I have to, or my blood sugar goes way down. But I just want to say to you that do something that you really love. I binged on television. I really did. Or I binged on the computer just to keep my mind occupied. And I did write. And I did think about things. So if I can do it, you can do it. I'm giving you all the encouragement in the world. No matter where you are in the world, no matter if you're staying in place, you're on a cruise ship and you got stuck, no matter, you got through it. And the most wonderful thing is to talk to your friends. Talk to somebody that's a senior. I have a list of people that I call like every other day to make sure that they're safe and they're hearing from someone that they care. And if you can get out and you can do different things, go to the grocery store or whatever for a senior or someone that needs help, it would be good. Also, I wash my hands a lot. I must wash my hands at least 30 or 40 times a day. Don't touch your face. It's easy to do. We all do it all the time. I wear a mask out and gloves. And when I go to the store now, I do both of those. I make sure that when I get home that I change my clothes, maybe take a shower and change into something different. That's really important. You never know what you're carrying on your clothes. And watch out for surfaces. Make sure that in the kitchen, anywhere in the whole house, that you sanitize it. Keep sanitizer in your pocket or purse. Do the things and the guidelines that we have been given to by our health officials and the president. But I want to say there's a very special nonprofit that I work with out of Philadelphia, and it's called Sleep Out, Nation Sleep Out, www.tnso.us. They work with the homeless, they do things for the homeless, and they care. There's so many around the world that we need to reach out and touch, and this is a way that we can do it. I think the next Sleep Out, is going to be done online, which I think is really smart and really informative. As we open up, going back to work, be sure that you keep all the things that we talked about today. Washing your hands, sanitizing, the mask, and the gloves. And distancing yourselves at least 6 feet away. And that's the most important thing you can do. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. We're all together. I really care about you and your family and every one of my friends that are around the world. So keep safe. Stay close to your family and friends, either through telephone conversations, Zoom, whatever it may be, Facebook, whatever, on your phones. Because reaching out and touching people really means a lot, especially if you have COVID-19. Make sure that you reach out and touch seniors and friends and loved ones that are away. I do, and I think you should too. We're gonna beat this. We really care, especially on this day, on Earth Day, around the world. Thank you for joining me today.